It's your boy Chief Drino, and I'm live. I'm live again. This is becoming really, really fun to do. My second video going live. Don't know, is anyone going to join me today? Is anyone going to watch me today? I don't think there's anyone here, but I've been wanting to do this video. Since I got into YouTube, or since I became active on YouTube, about the topic, why African Americans need to or should move to Australia. Now, Australia is a very, very beautiful country. It's probably about the same size as the United States of America. Both having similar histories when it comes to the native people, but that's a different topic to discuss another day. But the reason for this video is to promote Australia to African Americans. I've been in Australia for a very, very long time. I consider myself Australian. I love it here. It's beautiful. I get treated really well. I have assimilated. There's a word they love to use here, assimilate. For migrants who come to Australia, you need to assimilate. Okay, it's a word they throw about a lot. But I consider myself as someone who's really assimilated into Australian society. And as you know, Australia is a nation of immigrants. It's immigrants that built this nation. And in the recent years, say in the last 10 years, the population of Australia had risen, and it's mainly from people of European ancestry. And oh, hi, Barbara. Yeah, Australia is very, very expensive, but you can afford it. You don't have to live in the city. You can move. There's so many places you can live and enjoy a really good, quality of life. About 1 hour drive from the city, you can have a really, really cheap home. You have access to everything, But I live in a city called Melbourne, and Melbourne is the second largest city in Australia. By far, I think it's the coldest. It's very cold here, but today has been actually very nice. The weather here is really very nice. Hence why I'm wearing this singlet. But yeah, we just came out from winter. But back to the cost of living in Australia. There is so much job opportunities here in Australia. You have access to everything. Okay, if you have a decent job, you can afford whatever you wanna buy, and you can have a really good life here in Australia compared to the United States, where you have, I think the cost of living is quite cheap in America. Okay, but the reason for this video is not about how expensive it is or the cost of living. It's about the opportunities here in Australia for African Americans. Australia is a very, very young nation. The history of Australia is less than 200 years old. It's a new emerging country. I wouldn't call it a superpower, but with Australia's affiliation with United States, Australia has a very, very good relationship with the United States. So if anything, Australia would leverage on United States success. But it's an alternative for all African Americans who would consider somewhere else to live other than the United States. The reason why I'm making this video is because Australia has a very, very low black population. Completely, it's negligible. The black population in Australia is very, very minuscule. Right, it's less than 0.1%. I've got an invasion, so I've got to go.